Greetings and namaste. Infinite light beings, we are back. We left off with Spirit saying, um, let them go out and get a taste, right? But I want to see if y'all can hear these birds. I'm going to just pause this for a minute. Can y'all hear how beautiful those birds sound? It's 1:10 in the AM. And those birds are out there making some beautiful music, beautiful music. So somebody wanted their child to be in band and make beautiful music. Somebody wanted their child to play an instrument and make beautiful music. This is um, the second part of the control with 111 on the clock. This is divinely in alignment with the infinite energy of all there is. And I was hearing um, also too, these are grown adults, right? These are adults that you know, for some of you, you wanted your child to go to the college that they wanted to. Let me get it right. You wanted them to go to the college in your hometown, but your child wanted to adventure out and go to a college outside of your hometown. And I had got New York State, SUNY. I never heard of that. And when I got it, I got New York State, and I had to really look it up and see if it was a true place because I had never heard of that. But I picked it up. Somebody's child wanted to go to New York State, or somebody's child is going to New York State, or is attending New York State at this moment. Somebody could be from New York. You could know somebody from New York. Um, but I had got that, and I had also got Beverly High. So somebody's child could be going to Beverly High. You could know a child that goes to Beverly High. Um, you could Beverly High. Know a child that goes to Beverly High. Somebody's child could be going to Beverly High. Somebody could have graduated from Beverly High. Somebody could have um, went and started pro ball out in Beverly High. You know, got picked up at Beverly High. But yeah, and then also I was hearing too, earth, air, fire, water, ether, drive away all harm, fear, and negative energy. Only good may enter and dwell here. Perfect positivity, peace, love, harmony, and serenity. It is so, so it is, and so shall it be. We are protected, yea, though we walk through the valley of the shadows of death in each and every present moment of the day, we shall fear no evil, for the rod and the shaft they comfort us. The energies prepare a table before us in the presence of our enemies. They anoint our heads with oil, and our cups surely float over, and we shall have long life and salvation all the days of our life that we are granted to live. Ashe, Ashe, thank you, Spirit. We thank you for the divine protection, the hedge of protection over our lives, and as we put a hedge of protection over our children's lives. Ashe. We thank you for the power, Ashe. We thank you for the coverings, Ashe. And we remove all negative energy in this present moment, in whatever present day. Ashe, Ashe. Get down. What are you doing? Uh-uh. Come on now. Excuse me. So, somebody is always interrupting somebody. Either it's the child always interrupting the mother or the father, or is the mother and father always interrupting the child, but you're always saying, excuse me, to get their attention. Or they're always saying, excuse me, to get your attention, right? But I was also hearing that somebody's child is going through a metamorphosis. Somebody's child cut their hair off, male or female energy, it doesn't matter. Um, Somebody's child turned gothic and you don't understand. It's driving you crazy. It's got you up all night. And I was also too hearing that the grown children and by your kids running in the streets. I also heard too, yeah, your intuition is right. Your child is a prostitute, and it's got you worried. It's got you sick. It has you your body has a lot of anxiety because of this, right? And whatever your child is dealing with, all of the divine infinite light being, the parents or the aunties or the godparents or the foster parents, or you know the step parents, or just the extra kids from the baby mamas or the baby fathers. This shit got you, you know, in your head. It's giving you a headache. It's keeping you up at night. Cause here I am. It's in 16 in the a.m. Like I should be asleep, but I'm in your energy. Yeah, you want to keep your foundation stable with this Four of Wands. You want this happy home with your family, with your children. You don't want anything to corrupt the foundation of um, your children having a happy foundation for their children. You know, the generational. You're thinking about generational. You're not thinking about the mundane um excuse me, confirmation, the mundane matrix type of shit. You're thinking about further ahead, like what is your children going to leave for their children. You want stable foundation, and some of you want to continue the legacy of, you know, the business, the family owned business, right? Or and you want your children to do it, and somebody just don't want to do it. They don't want to adventure into what you adventured into. They want to go off on what they want to go off on. They want to make their own foundation, and this is not sitting right with you, right? And then I was also getting to there's African American family child that has friends with some Jews, and the, the family of the Jews is not um it's not working. They don't want it. They're against it. And then we also, did we get that? I don't know. We didn't get that in here. But yeah, you're having some self doubts about your children. You don't think that they're going to be able to make it out. And for the one that I picked up on the prostitute, somebody needs to pull them out. Somebody needs to pull them out, because your self doubts are your tuition telling you what's really going on with your child, right? Um, don't doubt it. You know, your child is going through inner turmoil, and that's what's causing them to be in the streets. Have some patience with your children. Spirit wants you to have patience with your children in this time, because you don't want your children to drift away. I'm getting right now, somebody's child wants to be emancipated. They're old enough to be emancipated. They don't want to be in your house anymore. Spirit is saying, have patience with them. Sign them up. Let them be emancipated. Let them get a taste of the real world, and they're going to see. You've done all you can do. You've nurtured them all you could. You brought so much balance in their life, right? You served your purpose as being a parent for them, whether you're a feminine energy or a masculine energy. Yeah, they want to step out there. They want to get out there, and you don't want them to. That's why this card came out crossing, right? Because you know what they can get into. They can get up under the hands of somebody that is not leading right. Both of these cards came out crossing. So whoever, they, running with, you already know they're not a good leader, whether they're a feminine energy or a masculine energy. Take the messages as they resonate for your child and whatever age your child is. But whoever this is feels like they have authority over your child. But it's coming out crossing. They're in a negative light. They're not upright. And you know this. And you know your child is not thinking in an upright position. They just want to be free. They just want to do what they want to do. The innocence of them. They're not seeing the negativity. They're not seeing that they could be driven down the wrong path. They don't care about any of this. This is when they look at the internet don't tell them stop, go down the right path. The internet tell them all the wrong things to do. So with you telling them the right thing to do, but they got their friends telling them what they, come join us here. Then they got the internet saying, "Oh, do this way." They're torn. They're torn. I'm getting like you know how you have a rag doll and somebody's fighting over the doll, and eventually the doll just gets ripped apart. Like they have somebody got your child's head, somebody got your child's arm, leg, and everybody just tugging till eventually the doll is just ripped apart, right? So this is how your child feels right now. And somebody feels like they made a mistake, like oops, like they made a mistake. Somebody, either this is you or this is your child, with something they said, something they did. They feel like um, the energy feels like there was a mistake made, and a lack of focus. A lack of focus is going on. Confirmation. What else, Spirit? Tell us what we need to see. Tell us, show us what we need to see. Tell us what we need to hear. Thank you, Spirit. I'm grateful to be the vessel in the present moment. What else was I getting? I was getting something else. Um, yeah. But you want your child to be assertive. You want your child to be assertive. You want your child to think properly for themselves when they're outside of the house, because you don't want your child to be influenced. But some of your children have already um, taken the bait of being influenced, right? Because this is their purpose. This is their journey. This is what they have to experience. We've all been there, and our parents could not shield us from the things that we have to endure going out, stepping outside the house. Yeah, we're protected under the coverings of the parent, but once we step outside of the home, then and we try to adventure out on our own, and it's only so much protection you can put over your child if your child is not actually putting that protection over themselves, if your child is not actually being the master of their minds, and not being thinking fast and just doing things. Confirmation with the freaking cat running across the room fast. You hear him? You hear him? Come on now. And this is causing you to take some introspective about what's going on. You trying to make your children have inner guidance, right? This is what you want for your child, to have some inner guidance and to sit down and have some spiritual knowledge as to why they should do things in a proper manner or do things the way you want them to do things. But then I'm hearing some of these children feel like since they're grown, they don't have to listen to you. They don't have to do what you say. They don't have to go up under your spiritual beliefs anymore. They they just don't have to, and some of them feel like you're overstepping your bounds because they are grown and they don't have to listen to you. Some of them feel like you're being a narcissistic parent. To take the message as they resonate. That you could be a cross watcher watching, and they feel like you are a narcissistic parent. But yeah, they're going to have to get some spiritual illumination on their own. It's going to have to hit them on their own, is what Spirit is saying. That's why Spirit is saying, let them get out there and taste it. And you stop worrying. You have to take yourself out of this energy. You can't allow your 1616 on the timer. You can't allow yourself to sit in this energy, because if you do, you will make yourself sick, worried behind your child. Worried behind your child. You will make yourself sick. I'm not even going to tell no lies. I had to let my child go out there. I didn't have to let my child. My child went out there and experienced outside of the house. And my child did not like it. And my child came home. And I was grateful for that. But my child had to experience that, even though I didn't want my child to experience that, because I have a runner. He's been a runner all his life, and he ran that day. But I was grateful that I was able to, the protection that I was putting over him was working, but it was keeping me up. It was worrying me until the day he came back home. And Spirit is saying, you can't allow it to worry you. You can't allow it to make you sick. Confirmation. You can't allow it to make you sick, because you'll lose life. You'll lose rejuvenation. You'll lose energy. It's draining you. You see how it'll keep you in a dark, low vibrational energy. Look at these cards. Your child feels like they want a new life, a new world outside of the home. And this got you hurt. This got you hurt. Because you feel like everything you put into your child has been is you know, a waste of pouring into your child. You feel like it's been a waste. It's been a waste. And this is right on top of letting them get a taste. Even though you feel like it's been a waste, they still got to get a taste of the outside world, is what Spirit is saying. Let them do it. Don't hold on to them tight. Don't keep a grip on them. Let them go. This came out crossing. So Spirit is saying, with this Five of Cups coming out crossing, you're going to be able to recover from this. You're going to be able to recover from this. Yeah. So what else, Spirit? Yeah. They're ready to re-enter the world by themselves. You've taken them out. You've taken them places. You've taken them on vacations. You showed them how to you know, live life outside the house, outside of the home, but now they want to re-enter the world outside of the home without you. They want to step out without you with this four swords being in reverse. They want to step out without you. They want to experience without you. What else, Spirit? Yeah, here it is again. Yeah. They all talk. Oh, people's talking, people's gossiping about this. People saying that you all talk, you're not taking action when it comes to your kids. Don't listen to what people say, because these people are scatterbrain ass motherfucking people. Don't listen to what people say. They nosy, they watching, they gossiping. So don't even listen to what these people say with the Page of Swords being in reverse. Don't allow the gossip between in the family, with your friends. Here it is again, with your friends, the parents at school. Oh, however the gossip is coming, don't listen to the gossip is what Spirit is saying. And Spirit is even saying, don't gossip about your children to these people. Spirit is saying, don't gossip about your children to these people. Here we have the children right here. You want to keep the children stuck in the past. You want your children to stay your children. That's what I mean by keeping them stuck in the past. Confirmation. You want your children to stay your children. You see them as these little babies. We got a female and a feminine. But you want them to stay your babies. But this is how they're ready to fly the coop. You didn't fed them. You've been that bird, that mama bird, feeding, nurturing, taking care of your birds. And eventually those birds gotta fly the coop, is what Spirit is telling you. Yeah. And you're very clingy to your kids. You're very clingy to your kids, but you don't want your kids to have to experience any fucking karma. That you don't want your kids to have to experience any karma. You don't want your kids to go out there getting into any shit that they don't need to be into, running into any people that they don't need to be running into, having going to any events that they don't need to be going to. You just don't want it for your kids. You don't want your kids' destinies to be fucking ruined. Cause somebody child was already sitting in juvenile already, foster care already. We got that in the last video. So you trying to prevent your child from their destiny being ruined with this Wheel of Fortune. You want your child to have nothing but good luck. Remember, we got that with Spirit told us that with the generational wealth. You want your child to leave for your children's children, for your grandchildren's the generational thing. You want some changes, right? But the universe is in control. So that's why Spirit is saying you got to let them go. You got to let them go. Because your plans is falling apart trying to keep them in. Your plans is falling apart trying to keep them in. So you gotta let them go with this Two of Swords in reverse, because they taking action. Whether you it whether you let them go or not, they gonna take action. Didn't I just tell you? My son took action. He left on his own, but he came back. But he took that action to go out and go. And this is what somebody else's child is going to do. whether you like it or not. This is what somebody else's child has already done, whether you like it or not, because somebody's child is in the streets prostituting and they in the wrong shit. They in some hard, heavy ass drugs. And this is what's going on in their world. I'm not going to stay in this too much longer. But yeah, this is being exposed. You got to release the fear of something happening to your child and just let your child go. You got to release the fear of something happening to your child and just letting your child go. This happened to me last summer, the summer before. My oldest son, he flew the coop because he flew the coop behind a female. So somebody's child out there, but we got that in the last message. Somebody child out there flying the coop behind a masculine energy or feminine energy. Because first time love, first time love. But my son returned home when he realized that that shit wasn't love. And he went through what he went through. He had to fight out there. He had to take her abuse out there. He had to probably go hungry out there. He didn't go hungry. He didn't go with no money because I made sure he was still straight while he wasn't out there. And that's something you probably doing while your child is out there, making sure that they're straight, sneaking behind your partner's back to make sure somebody's sneaking behind their partner back to make sure your child is straight. And I don't blame you. I don't blame you because you and your partner is bumping heads about your child. So you got to sneak behind your partner's back to make sure your child is straight. That's just a loving parent. So don't feel guilty about that. Your partner is a little bit sterner than you are. So don't feel guilty about that. That's still your child. Show us what we need to see. Tell us what we need to hear. Ooh. Spirit is saying that is the truth. But it's a lot of confusion, right? It's a lot of confusion. It's a lot of manipulation. This is causing you to be moody, but you're not giving up on your compassion for your child. You're not. You feel like, you're losing your child, but you're not giving up on that compassion, right? And then here we have these gossiping ass motherfuckers again, spying ass motherfuckers. They came out this time, but you gonna stay in your high priestess energy, trusting in and in your intuition, knowing that your spiritual supernatural love board team got your back and everything. This is how spirit wants you to be, knowing, trusting in your intuition that the love that you have for your child is going to keep your child is going to um keep your child from disappointments, right? It's a lot of jealousy. It's a lot of jealousy. I don't know if this is between your child and their friends. Your friends going through this with your with yeah, this could be jealousy going on between your children and their friends, or just all together. It's a lot. It's a lot. But you feel like, ooh, you're trying to be you try not to be pessimistic, right? You're trying not to be pessimistic. You're trying not to be cold towards your child or harsh. That's why you're standing in this freaking um queen of queen queen of cups, but your child is being cold and harsh and just want to cut you the fuck off and be with their friends. They're not they're being unforgiving right now for you being so control. They feel because they feel like you've been so controlling, which you have not been so controlling. You've just been a protective, nurturing ass, divine ass parent that you're supposed to be, whether you're a feminine energy or a masculine energy. Point blank, period. and they hold some kind of grudge against you for that. Yeah, that's why they in this negative energy. And Spirit is saying all of this is the truth. And so let's see what the angels have to say, and then we're gonna close this out. Cause yeah, I was not gonna be able to lay down until um um this energy got off. Y'all was not gonna let me rest. It says no more complaining. This is a mother and their child. It says somebody is feeling very overwhelmed about their child. Very, very oh, it's just a heavy stuck feeling, right? It's a heavy stuck feeling when I started looking into this card. It's just a heavy stuck feeling. It says complaints are affirmations of victimhood. So Spirit does not want you to complain about what's going on. Didn't Spirit say don't gossip? Gossip is like a form of complaining, right? It's a lower vibrational form of complaining. That's a way to get it out. But as you're getting it out, you're basically complaining about what's going on. And whoever these bitches are, these niggas are, your family members, friends, low vibrational friends, they're eating that shit up. They like to hear the low vibrational shit that goes on in your life with your children. They like to hear like you feel like you. They like to hear that you don't have a grip on your household because they don't have a grip on their household. Misery loves company. Remember that, right? It says complaints are affirmations of victimhood, which is never truly spiritually, which is never true spirituality. So if you that's why Spirit always say over here, make sure you stay in a higher vibration so you won't get stuck in that lack mentality, that lower vibration of complaining. If you're in a higher vibration, you won't have a reason to complain. Then Spirit said it the other in the last video yesterday. Don't allow yourself to be stressed. Because if you allow yourself to be stressed, you're going to get stuck in that cesspool of gunk and it's going to keep you there. You're not going to be able to break free. It's going to take you into a depression. Then you're going to get PTSD. It all forms like it's a ladder that you're going to fall down. You're not going to climb up. You're going to fall down, right? Confirmation. 333 on the clock, right? It says take your take back your God-given powers by affirming that you have an abundance of choice and freedom with your it it confirmation interceded confidence and attentiveness, assertiveness and attentiveness. I seen attentiveness, but it says assertiveness. Watch these positive affirmations bloom into reality. So if you are speaking positive affirmations over your child without your child even knowing, because I do it all the fucking time, even though I tell my child, all my children, you got to have a positive mindset. Keep your positive mindset. They get tired of me saying that shit because I say that all the time, especially when I see them in a negative funk. I will call it out. I will say them entities is on you. If you in a lower vibration, I'll call it out because I want them to know. I want them to see. I want them to realize. So and I also speak motivation into them. I also speak positivity into them. And even though they don't hear me do it all the time, confirmation, I'm still doing it. And Spirit wants you to do this for your child. Even though y'all going through what y'all going through and y'all bumping heads right now, I give so much gratitude that everything is peaceful in this household. Hold. Confirmation, my head is itching in this household right now. I give so much gratitude. But whatever you're going through right now in your household, Spirit is confirmation. Spirit is saying, turn it around. Turn that negativity into positive. Into a positive. Turn that negative sign into a plus sign by speaking positive affirmations over the situation, not losing faith. Remember, not having self-doubt. We've seen that. Don't give up on your faith. Don't don't give in to that self-doubt. Speak that positive shit over your family and over your children's lives. Wow. It says pay yourself first. That means, didn't Spirit say don't let yourself get sick? Didn't Spirit say don't let yourself get sick? That means pay yourself first. That means take care of yourself. That means don't allow yourself to get sick. Make sure you taking the time to make yourself the priority, because you have already put into these children. And if these children are not as yet going outside of the house, you still doing all that you can for your children. And now Spirit is saying these children are starting out young. Before, it used to go to a certain age, but these children are starting out young with that back talk and that disrespect, and yeah, that just came. So Spirit is saying, um, God is your source. You know, the infinite energy is your source. Put your faith into your source. Whatever you subscribe to, whatever you pray to, whatever you give your energy to, make sure you trust in the faith. Confirmation, trust in the faith. What is going on here? Trust in the faith. Okay, it says take a divinely guided choice. And you know, the infinite light beings are divinely guided, right? It says make yourself your most important financial obligation. You pouring into yourself is currency. 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 You pouring into yourself, that's abundant currency, right? Um, by setting aside a portion of your by setting aside a portion of your time, your income every time you are paid. So this is saying put some money away for yourself. Put some money away for yourself. You've been spending too much money, too much time, too much devotion on the children, is what Spirit is saying. Stop giving all your money to your children. We all, as parents, feel like we got to give all our money to our children because the children want this, want that, and don't deserve half the shit we give them. Spirit is saying stop doing that. We know they got to have a roof over their head. We know they got to eat. We know they got to have clothes. We know they got to have shoes. And that's the fuck all they got to have in reality. But we as parents, we give them so much more. And they take advantage of this. And Spirit is saying, start putting some shit away for yourself. Stop giving it all to your children. Because somebody's child is always asking for money. Somebody's child always feeling entitled for this hard ass money that you work for. They always got their hand out. Um, Income every time you get paid. This loving form of self-care ensures that you will have savings to invest in in your present, in your present and your future. So you saving for your present and your future, cuz how do you know your kids are even going to be there for you in your future if they're not here now? Not saying that they not going to come back, but Spirit is saying make sure you plan for that future, right? That's something my mama doing. I know for sure. She told me because she don't feel like that we're gonna be there for her in her future. She said it. So she already took the obligation and did it for herself. Cause she feel like we not gonna be there. But that's a different story. But I don't know why she would carry that in her heart. Because that is our mother. And of course we're going to be there for our mother. um, all positive changes, and some maybe there's some cross watchers out there that you're feeling like your children are not going to be there for you because you weren't there for your children, but your children don't have that same perspective of you. You're just reflecting off on your children. You're projecting off on your children. Don't do that. Don't do that. It says, all positive change and success virtues involves adventures. Why am I seeing words that I don't? I'm not seeing. That's that dyslexia, but that's also too. Spirit wants you to know that you're virtuous. So all positive change, all positive change and successful ventures involve a degree of risk. Then this is children right here. Children taking risks. Children. This is the parent. This is the children taking risks. I just caught that. Somebody could like to wear pearls, a lot of jewelry around their neck, a lot of gold around their neck. Somebody could have some arm tattoos. Somebody could be into leopards and lions and tigers and bears. Oh my. But anyway, somebody could have a big husky man, a, a burly husky bear, teddy bear type man. Ooh. Um, anyways. Um, anyways, somebody feels somebody is so in love with a big burly husky man because that ain't even my man, and I just felt the ooh, like I felt what you feeling, girl. Goddess, I felt that. I felt that. I felt that. Or this could be your child. Ooh, this could be your child feeling like that for someone. Cause and then I said I felt that girl. I didn't say I felt that goddess or I felt that lady. I said I felt that girl. So this is some young feminine energy feeling like this about a man. So be aware of that. Okay. Oh. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Mm, 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 mm. Yeah. Some younger woman, some younger girl is attracted to an older guy, and the older guy confirmation has gotten her whole fucking attention. This could be the nigga that got her in your child in the streets. But anyways, let's get back to this because we're trying to get out of this. Um, all positive changes and success ventures involves a degree of risk, and you are already to follow your own divine guidance. Didn't Spirit say it's their journey to a new treacher terrorist? Yeah. As you leave behind As you leave behind that which is comfortable. Wow. Wow. And familiar. Wow, y'all. And familiar, but no longer appropriate for you. You make room for new and more meaningful opportunities, right? So your child, like Spirit said, is inedible. It's going to happen. It's their purpose. It's their journey. It's how they're being guided. It's their contract that they signed, confirmation. Um, you can't stop it. You can't stop it. These two divine cards came out purposely to end this message. Purposely. Wow. Wow. You leave behind comfortability. Didn't Spirit say they gotta go out and some shit gonna happen? The shit might make them come back, and the shit might keep them out there forever. That's what happened to my brother. He went out and he stayed out. Somebody's brother might be out there. Somebody's sister might be out there. And you feeling this shit right now. You know what your parents is feeling right now. So I'm gonna just leave it there because it's just, let's get a raise the vibration, and then we'll take it. Taking it to the streets. Oh no, that's the wrong song. Oh my God, somebody taking it to the streets. Oh my God, the Doobie Brothers. So mm-mm. Somebody could love good times. Taking it to the streets. Oh goodness, why did that song come out? Spirit, um, you are a divine fact of the universe. Yeah. So there it is. Feeling fear is a call for love. So remember, Spirit said, don't fear them going out. Just love on yourself. And this is right on top of no complaining. So, you got to turn it around. Forgiveness brings freedom. You got to forgive yourself for feeling like you not that parent. You got a confirmation. You got to forgive yourself for feeling like you let you let your children down, you let yourself down, you let Spirit down, you let your spouse down, your partner down, your baby daddy, your baby mama, whoever you feel like you let down outside of yourself and as well as yourself. You got to let that shit go. Forgiveness brings um freedom. And you see these butterflies, then Spirit say somebody went through a metamorphosis. Somebody had to go in a cocoon. Now it's time for them to fly. This is for the older children. I make way for miracles. You've made way. Didn't Spirit just say don't beat yourself up? Don't feel like you let yourself down? Or let your children down? Or let your spouse down? Or let your lover down? Whoever, baby mama, but whoever. You feel like you let down your parents? Whoever. Right? You've always made miracles. You've always made a way for miracles. Spirit has always been with you. Your divine, spiritual, supernatural love war team has always been with you. Confirmation. Covering you. Covering whoever you protected. Remember, you that Queen of Cups. So you put a lot of hedge of protection on a lot of people. You're that King of Cups. So you're that Queen of Cups. Whether you a king, a divine masculine or divine feminine, you put a lot of love, nurturing, protection, a hedge over your children and people and made miracles for people. So don't beat yourself up for shit. Your child has to do what your child has to do. I had to learn it. You have to learn it. I had to accept it. You got to accept it as well. It's just a part of life. We don't never want our child to come from under our wings, but they have to fly. And they understand all their life you've been their hero. You know? I love that song. Did you ever know that you're my hero? Roll, roll, roll. You everything I would like to be. I could fly higher than an eagle, 'cause you are the wind beneath my wing. Wind beneath my wing, fly. So you gotta let your babies fly, fly. Remember, Spirit said, about to cry, y'all. I ain't gonna cry today, y'all. I'm not gonna cry today. I'm always that crying, sobbing bitch. Not today. I'm ready to go to sleep. And it's 2 o'clock, and Spirit gonna have me up at 3. Whew, this life I live. Okay, anyways, back to you. You gotta let your babies fly. Somebody's name could be Bet, 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 Bet. Well, her name was Bet. Somebody's last name Miller. Somebody could like to drink Miller beer. Bet Midler. Yeah, Bet Midler. I said Miller. So somebody could like to drink Miller beer. Somebody's last name could be Miller. Somebody likes Bet Midler. Somebody likes I don't know. Um Somebody had a I don't know. I'm out of here. Like I can't do it no more. I gotta go, y'all. Oh, I gotta go. Just know that you was called here for a mission, and your mission was complete when it comes to you being on a mission with your children. The mission may seem impossible for you, but your mission is complete. You're fulfilling your assignment. Ashe, Ashe. Sending love and healing energy your way, whether you're a feminine energy or a masculine energy. And if you are a cross watcher, relax your mind and let your conscience be free and release all that negative energy. Ashe, especially if you have been a narcissistic parent, let it go so you can connect with your children. That is what Spirit is saying. That is what's keeping the disconnect, the 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 um the 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 wedge between the two, the 3, the 5, the 4, the 6, however many children it is. That's keeping the wedge. You holding on to that narcissistic energy, feeling like you brought them into this world and you'll take them out of this world. Shit, that shit ain't gonna get it. Not today, in this reality, on this timeline. Everybody has their own perspective. Everybody has their own opinion. Everybody has their own right. Everybody has their own autonomy of taking control over themselves. So we must know that in this day and time, nobody has control over anybody. The only person that we can control is ourselves. Somebody's heart was broken because all that time it was not a heart. So somebody's heart broken over their child. Heal your heart, mend your heart, heal your mind, mend your mind. Ashe, Ashe. Whew, shit.